In this problem, what we have is we have 4 fatty acids. We have linoleic acid, palmitic acid, myristic acid, and oleic acid. And I have the names written in yellow and the formulas written in blue. And what we want to do for this is we want to write the shorthand notation for the following to indicate the number of carbon atoms, the double bonds, and we want to determine whether they are saturated, monounsaturated, or polyunsaturated. So let's start with the very first one, linoleic acid. Well, if we count the number of carbon atoms, here we have 1 plus 4 is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 17, and 18. So we'll write this as 18. That's going to indicate the number of carbons. Now we want to indicate the number of double bonds. So there's a double bond there, there's a double bond there. So that would be 2. So it would be 18 colon 2. And since there are 2 double bonds, this is considered polyunsaturated. All right. Let's go down to palmitic acid. We count the number of carbon atoms. Here we have 1 plus 14 is 15, so this gives us 16 with that. So this is going to be 16, 0. There are no double bonds, and so this is going to be saturated. It's going to be saturated. Myristic acid. We count the number of carbon atoms. So here's 1 plus 12 is 13, plus 1 more is going to be 14. There are no double bonds, so that's going to be 0. And since there are no double bonds, this is going to be saturated. Next one's oleic acid. We count the number of carbon atoms. We have 1. This is going to be 8, 9, 10, 17. So this gives us 18. We have 1 double bond, so that will be a 1. And this is simply going to be unsaturated. I think the more proper term for this would be monounsaturated. If you have any questions on these, please let me know. In this example, what we have is we have a glycerophospholipid, and it says that we want to identify this as either lecithin or cephalin, lecithin or cephalin. And we need to identify its components. We want to list the components. All right. So this portion over here, this is going to be the glycol portion. This is going to be the glycol portion. Now this, oops, I need to circle the oxygens. This is going to be the phosphate group. Having a hard time spelling tonight. Phosphate group. So that's the phosphate group. This is palmitic acid. This is palmitic acid. This is stearic acid. And this one down here is going to be choline. So since it contained choline, this is going to be a lecithin. Now, if it was a cephalin, it would contain ethanolamine. But since it doesn't contain ethanolamine, and rather it contains choline, this glycerophospholipid is going to be classified as a lecithin. All right? If you have any more questions about this problem, don't ask me how to pronounce all the words sometimes. Feel free to ask me. Thank you very much.